You've probably heard the song, the like 525,000, and you've probably also heard of the resume study. Well, today we're gonna you've probably heard of the resume study, but if you haven't heard of it, it's sort of one of the Newton's laws of racism in that it's been verified many times. It's been replicated by many researchers. There's American versions of it, and in the footnotes of this book, which we referenced in our previous video on predictive policing, there's actually a French replication of the study. So this is something that happens in lots and lots of places. The researchers make fake resumes that have the qualifications that match the posted qualifications, and they make two identical copies. And at the top they put Joe Schmo, and at the top of the other they put Jose Schmo. Predictably, the names that are blacker sounding or more Latinx sounding, or in the French version, more Muslim sounding compared to Christian sounding, get less callbacks, fewer callbacks for the exact same qualifications. It's the same resume, just the first name is the only thing that's changed. So what does that have to do with the 525? How does that connect? Well, researchers actually did something new, something tricky, something interesting with this data, and it's this. They translated the percentage of callbacks that are attributable to whiteness into time. The song, 525,600 minutes, is the number of minutes in a year. So these researchers asked the question, how many years of experience do you need to add to a black-sounding name resume in order for it to be perceived as identical in qualifications to a white-sounding resume? And I mean, I guess it's like an exercise to the scroller, like, guess how many years do you think it is? Is it 1 year, 2 years, 5 years that like you need of a person of color would need of extra work experience in order to be perceived as equally qualified to a white person? 4,204,800 minutes. It's 8 years. 8 years of additional work experience are required for hiring managers to simply perceive black people as equally qualified to white people. And yes, I do use the word perceived deliberately. While there are instances of physically verifiable racism, as we discussed in the 3 pounds of difference of fetal birth weight in our previous video, often the social mechanism of oppression is literally white perception. And those resumes are one mechanism where those perceptions become reality.